On today's menu, a delicious noodle recipe you can really dish out. An easy spaghetti chow mein. Bring a pot of water to boil for the noodles. Two pieces of garlic, finely chopped. Small piece of ginger, finely chopped. Chop 2 sticks of green onion into small batons. Half a red onion, sliced. Chop about 50 grams of broccolini into bite-sized pieces. Quarter of a red bell pepper, thinly sliced. Boil 140 grams of spaghetti for about a minute less to package instructions. Give the noodles a stir occasionally. While we wait for that pasta to cook, let's talk sauces. These are kind of the main staples in making chow mein. This here is a plant-based oyster sauce. Now it can get a little bit confusing because different brands will call their oyster sauce a little bit different. This one here is actually called organic vegan oyster sauce. There's also other ones that call them mushroom stir-fry sauce or something like that, shiitake sauce, because most of them are actually made with shiitake mushroom as the kind of umami base. When it comes to soy sauces, I really like getting the ones from Japan. Now this is a organic certified soy sauce from Kikkoman, and sometimes the soy sauce will be in complete Japanese. There's absolutely no English on the bottle, so I always just look for the JAS EcoCert logo. That just means it's the equivalent to the USDA organic certification, but in Japan. This is one of my favorites. It's the Pearl River Bridge Superior Dark Soy Sauce. And you should be able to find this at any Asian grocery store. In fact, I've even seen this particular product in some Walmarts. Dark soy sauce really is just kind of like the regular soy sauce, but with the addition of either sugar or molasses. It makes it really nice and thick, and an incredible sauce to add to give noodles or rice that beautiful dark kind of caramel color. If you swirl the bottle around, you can actually see that it glazes that glass. This is also one of my favorite things to have in my cupboard. This is a Japanese toasted dark sesame oil. So incredibly aromatic and fragrant, and incredibly versatile as well. You can literally put this on anything and it will bring it to the next dimension. Speaking of oils, this won't be Young Man Cooking complete without the use of the amazing smoky, not too spicy ruby red chili oil. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check this out, make this really easily at home. And man, this is literally like potpourri for chefs. By the way, I'm not sponsored by any of those brands, and we usually don't do a lot of brand deals here on the cooking show because we do like to make some time to plug our own products like the ramen cookbook, the Cook with Confidence cookbook, the Young Man Cooking merch, as well as the plant-based sushi masterclass. To take a sneak peek inside the books or to watch the entire first class of that masterclass, I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check all those things out. Now, let's make that delicious stir-fry sauce. Half tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon plant-based oyster sauce, splash of toasted sesame oil, 1 tablespoon chili oil, mix, strain out the spaghetti and toss with a little bit of toasted sesame oil. Non-stick pan, medium heat, 2 tablespoons chili oil, red onions, garlic and ginger, green onions, saute for about 2 minutes. Broccolini, red bell peppers, saute for about 3 minutes. Noodles, sauce, saute for another 2 minutes and it's done. Plate. Sprinkle with some white sesame seeds and serve. You can now enjoy this delicious noodle dish with absolute confidence. On today's menu, a saucy noodle dish you can really serve up. Delicious sweet chili noodles. Bring a pot of water to boil for the noodles. Four pieces of garlic, thinly sliced. Slice the ginger into thin matchsticks. One large red Thai chili, thinly sliced. You can de-seed that pepper to lower the spiciness, but of course you can leave the seeds in to give it that extra heat and that spicy kick. Now when you're going out to buy the pepper, general rule of thumb, the bigger the pepper, the more mild it'll be. Slice half a red onion. These are Chinese chives. It has a little bit of a garlicky flavor and a really robust kind of green onion texture. Chop about 30 grams of Chinese chives into bite-sized sticks. Chop one small carrot into thin matchsticks. Right, so this is a bit of an unusual item, and quite frankly, first time I saw them, they actually look a little intimidating, but these are long green beans, super crunchy. I guarantee you, once you start trying these, you will absolutely love them. Remove the ends from the long green beans. Then chop about 130 grams into bite-sized sticks. The noodles we'll be using today are these amazing rice vermicelli noodles. Now these are actually a lot thicker than the rice vermicelli noodles used in, say, the Singapore noodles. I absolutely enjoy using these noodles for either soups or stir fries because they have this really satisfying elasticity to them and this beautiful texture. I usually don't have a lot of luck with following the package instructions on these particular noodles. This one says to boil them for 5 minutes, but I usually find that you have to boil them for much longer than that. So definitely after, say, 5 minutes, check them. You may actually have to boil them for a lot longer. Boil the noodles to package instructions, but check them for doneness. Remember to stir the noodles occasionally to keep them from sticking. 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon plant-based oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon maple syrup, stir to combine. When the noodles are done, strain and rinse in some cold water. Saute pan, medium heat. Now this of course would not be Young Man Cooking complete without the use of some delicious, smoky, not too spicy chili oil I made in the previous episode. Looks like I have to make a little bit more myself, but I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check this out, make this really easily at home. 2 tablespoons chili oil, red onions, chili pepper, garlic and ginger. Saute for 2 to 3 minutes. Carrots and long green beans. Saute for another 3 to 4 minutes. $60 grams shimeji mushrooms. Saute for about a minute. Chinese chives. Saute for another minute. Noodles. Sauce. Saute for another couple of minutes for the noodles to absorb the sauce. Turn the heat off and add a handful of fresh Thai basil. Fold in the basil and it's done. Plate. Sprinkle on top some white sesame seeds and serve. You can now make this unique noodle dish with absolute confidence. On today's menu, an easy and delicious recipe any noodle head can put together. A quick 15-minute noodles. Bring some water to boil for the noodles. Place the dried noodles into a baking dish or a bowl. In this episode, I'm using 100 grams dried knife pear noodles. Pour the hot water onto the noodles. Gently separate the noodles with chopsticks. Let the noodles soak for 5 to 6 minutes. Brush off the dirt on the mushrooms with a paper towel. Five cremini mushrooms, thinly sliced. Two pieces of garlic, finely chopped. Chop half a red onion into thick slices. Chop about 80 grams of broccolini into bite-sized pieces. Chop half a red bell pepper into bite-sized pieces. Three sticks of green onion, finely chopped. You can really make this recipe with any type of noodles, but for today's episode, I'm going to be using one of my absolute favorite noodles of all time. These are Taiwanese knife pear noodles, and they're kind of cut specifically to look really unique like this, almost like little dainty ribbons. It's really quite beautiful. You do have to be a little careful working with these and picking them up because they can break quite easily. But these type of noodles will give that really amazing, satisfying elasticity in that bite. And also because the noodles are quite flat, it will also pick up and retain all of that delicious sauce and flavor. These noodles should be pretty easy to find at an Asian supermarket. I'm not sponsored by that brand or anything like that. They're just noodles that I really enjoy. I always have them in my pantry, and I hope that you'll enjoy them just as much as well. That's why we keep on plugging our own products like the Ramen Cookbook, the Cook with Confidence Cookbook, the Young Man Cooking Merch, and of course our Sushi Masterclass. You can check out all those things in the link in the description box below. Now, let's make that delicious sauce, and we're ready to cook. 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon dark soy sauce, splash of toasted sesame oil, this is a bit of a quick version of a gochujang that I made in the previous episode, kind of like a Korean style pepper paste. You can also find this in the Asian supermarkets, or I'll leave a link in the description box below so you can make this quick version easily at home. Mix 1 tablespoon of gochujang into the sauce. Non-stick pan. Medium heat. This chili oil will give this an incredibly smoky, slightly spicy flavor. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to make this chili oil at home as well. 1 tablespoon chili oil. Saute for 2 to 3 minutes. Red bell peppers. Garlic. Saute for another 2 to 3 minutes. Mushrooms. Saute for 1 to 2 minutes. Noodles, sauce, saute for another 2 to 3 minutes. Green onions, saute for another minute, and it's done. Plate. Sprinkle with white sesame seeds. You can now enjoy this quick noodle dish with absolute confidence. Like I always say, it's simple, delicious, quick, uncomplicated, easy recipes like this that makes it so exciting to cook at home. And if you love easy and delicious recipes like me, then definitely check out the Ramen Cookbook, the Cook with Confidence Cookbook, the Young Men Cooking merch, as well as our plant-based sushi masterclass. I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to check all those things out. And as always, remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss a single episode.